Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Transport Fever. And I noticed on the map when I was taking a look around that we have this oil well right next to an oil refinery. Now there's a mountain in between, but I see a little bit of a pass here. And I think it might not be a bad idea to build a road that comes over here, and we could set up a truck delivery line here back and forth. And Long Beach right here also has demands for fuel, which is one of the things that this factory will produce, which we could also use that truck line to ship over to Long Beach. So I don't think that's a bad idea. It's a nice short route. Let's go ahead and have things play while we do the road here, because otherwise we need money. And I think the rest of our lines are doing okay profitability-wise. Our train is bringing passengers back and forth from Provo to Hampton, and our freight train is coming back and forth in between the food and getting that to our main city here, Provo, which still has a demand for quite a lot of food. So we'll have those lines run. But in the meantime, we'll get this oil line going. So I haven't done a whole lot with roads, but I think we probably want this small country road in between the two. And then we'll just kind of try and draw. Let's get the contour lines here. I have a feeling that that is going to matter. So just like with train lines, it looks like I can go up and down. So we have some train that we have to go up here. Let's... Oh, okay, not quite yet. We'll just do a little at a time. Okay, so we don't really need to go up anymore, so we can level that out. We'll come in around here. It looks like we need to start going down. So we'll do that. Oh. I don't have enough money. Okay. We'll just have to be patient then. Looks like we're gonna have to wait for income. The road's costing a little bit more than I expected them to. I guess I should have added on fast speed anyway, so we can start getting the income that we need. Train's gonna drop off here. That should give us a big chunk of cash. There we go. I might want to wait a little bit, allow my lines to run a couple more times. Because right now, I think my freight line is not making money. It's actually running into negatives right now. But I think that's because it's kind of a long line, and it takes it a while to get there. And we did recently upgrade the train, so the train's upkeep is probably a little bit higher. It's quite possible we also need to upgrade the number of cars we have. So right now, the train can only haul how many goods? 28. There's quite a lot waiting for us. I'm just a little bit concerned, though, once the city reaches its needs, that might not want more food, and that might drop in value. Alright, so both of our trains are about to arrive, so we're going to get a big chunk of cash here. We'll see how profitable Line 5 is once that delivery happens. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got a good bit of cash there. I think I'm going to keep things going on faster speed. So that we... you know what? That's okay. Slow speed for now. We don't want to lose too much money in the interim. Alright, so... Not hard to tell. Looks like the road's doing okay. We're cutting in a little bit here, so we want to go up. Maybe we want to meet it halfway. Usually... Okay, so I guess going up was the wrong choice there. Right about here is probably where we need to start going up. There it is. Not too bad. Now at this point, we probably level things out. I don't know if going up here is going to really... I guess it makes a little bit of a difference. Of course, we're going to have to come back down, so I'm going to have to do this a little bit at a time, I think. Yeah, because see, here we need to come back down. Maybe even start heading down, because this is downslope. Alright, we're really going to head down here in a second. Alright, we'll head down further. We're gonna have a little bit of a build-up. I don't think there's any way... I could try and go in a way that the slope isn't so bad. So maybe back it up a little bit. And come back in here. Autosave's not a good time, honestly. Kind of start going this way. Because we're going to need to go that way anyway. Alright, there's a new vehicle. I don't think we're anywhere near river, so... kind of take things a little bit more... gently here. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. What's going on here? For the weird... There we go. Probably at this point, we can stop going down so hard. Oh, okay, maybe a little bit. Okay. We're almost there. There we go. We have the road connection. So now we need to set up the truck stations here. Kind of wondering if we can get part of the city here if I place it right, but I think this is probably good here. We get in coverage, and it's not as expensive as on that one area, probably because of the slope. There we go. That's probably as good as he's gonna get. And then we need another truck station over here. Alright, so we've got some terrain issues. It looks like we can get away with it. Oh, I had it there for a second. There we go. Alright, so we have that. Now I'm going to need a depot. I'm going to go ahead and put it off of Long Beach here. I'm not exactly if I had a train line where it would be, but I have a feeling over here is safe because, you know, look at all these mountains. It's not likely I'll have a train line coming through. It's possible, but I think we're okay for now to put a depot. And we could also get passenger service started in this city. Can't really see where I'm placing this. There we go. That's good. And then We'll buy, let's say 3 of these. And we'll set a new line. And we're going to want to start where the oil is, obviously. And then come over to where the refinery is. Right, there go the wagons. Hopefully by the time they get over here, the oil well will have oil for them to pick up. At least I'm hoping so. I did that correct, right? These guys can haul oil. Yeah. Oil and fuel, which is what we want them to haul. Okay. And also, I could do another truck stop. Once that we start getting this going, we could do another truck stop that links this truck to the city itself. Probably one it over in the industrial area is where I would assume needs fuel. As a matter of fact, we can check that. Long Beach. Yeah, so it's going to be the industry sectors that need that. So we're going to want a truck stop over here. But I think we want this line to be going for a little while. So we get the oil over to the oil refinery. And then we'll go from there. Okay, well, I think that's going to work for us. And that will be something that will help us for the future as well. And I think by giving the cities the items that they have a demand for, maybe we'll make the cities bigger, which is good, definitely. How are we doing right now? So, are we getting their demand there? Looks like things are going pretty well. So now we're going to need to start thinking about another train line. So what do we got here? Is coal. Coal and iron ore is needed over here for steel. What do we have here? Quarry. Fortunately, we don't have anything nearby that needs a quarry. Do we have iron ore over here anywhere? I'm looking. Just another quarry. Here we've got coal. I mean, we might as well look to see if we've got nice, convenient truck lines that we can start. Like, for instance, right here. Truck line here, truck line here. I think that's a good idea. These are not high money investment things to do. I mean, this is kind of long. Oh, here's some iron. Not anywhere near where we want it, of course. All right. So I guess we can try and exploit this resource and just have that going. Again, it's kind of a long line, but I think it'll be okay. So let's get our truck station in here. I'm going to try and put it in a way that it is kind of farish away, but still covering. That way that the wagons don't have to go so far. So it looks like about there. Then we're going to have another truck stop over here. And again, I'm going to do the same kind of thing where we're going to go out as far as we can. Like about there is good. And then we're going to need a depot. I'll go ahead and situate that here in the middle. Alright, so we want the line to start over here where the wood is, so let's get that going. Horse wagon by, we'll do 3 again. And we'll set a line. We'll have a new line. And we'll start here, go there. All right. Hopefully that proves profitable and it doesn't take them too long to get back and forth. We got a lot of oil over here, but refinery over there. I think that's a little too far of a trip. And there's also no road going from here to here. I could make one, but I think I would be better off having a train line, maybe. Okay, so far, not seeing really any resources that we can necessarily exploit outside of the few areas I have already done so. But I'm just gonna keep an eye out for just things that are like right next to each other, like we've already done so far in this video. Do we have a source of iron over here? Because we do. They're a little too far away from each other because we've got coal here. Alright, I'm not really seeing anything that jumps out at me as easily exploitable right yet. Okay. I am thinking we could start another freight line, but I might want to actually make it a separate freight line. So what I would do is I would have a line that starts off of the food producing area, goes to this food factory, and then stops in Denton. And then we can offload the food to Denton. So we have grain here, then pick up whatever is waiting for us at this station and take it to Denton, and then come back and start the trip over again. Grain, food factory, food to Denton. It might not be a bad idea. It's probably going to be an expensive line, though. I'm also going to want to do it in a way that I'm not destroying this farmland. I don't know if it really matters or if it's just a visual thing. But let's see here. So I would probably want it to be a terminal station. Let's see what we can do here. I could put it here and then just cross the road up here and come back over into this line over here. I mean, it's kind of tricky slopes and things in the area, but I'm also going to want to build a road out so that we've got access here. Out of curiosity, how far can I be out? It looks like I'm still covering these areas. I'm not trying to cover the truck stop. I'm trying to cover the farm. So it looks like we built a little bit of a road out here. We'd be able to get this to work. Of course, I'm going well into the ground here, which is not ideal. Alternatively, I could go back a little bit, build it here. All right, well, I've got $1 million in the bank. I think I'm going to go for it. So, I'll put the station in right about here. And then we need a road. We'll just do these small country roads. They seem to work okay for me right now. So, if I did that correctly, this station should cover food. Perfect. Then we're going to need to build our line. So, I think first thing we're going to need to do is go up. It looks like we're already doing that. Much up as we can. I would prefer not to go too close to the road, actually, if I can avoid it. Go to there. I want to be able to cross the road here. And then, but I want it, when I cross the road, I want it to be curving the direction towards where we're trying to go here. And that's not curving the direction I want it to go. Maybe I'll just do the cross and then I'll do the curve the way I want it. Alright, I think if I... see, that's not what I want. Come on. Give me what I want. Alright. That'll do, I think. It's gonna be a slow curve, but... I also want it going down if I can. I mean, we just might have to eat it, but... Alright. That'll be it, I think. Doesn't look too pretty, but... We'll come over... Something like... that. Need to adjust this. And I want it to come in right about there, I think. Make sure that's connecting correctly. Looks like it is. Alright, that's not too bad. We're going to need a signal there, because I'm going to use, obviously, the same line here. And then we're going to need to connect to this area over here. I may have it loop around and stick on the other side. Like have the station attached to this road, and then have the rail cross up this way to Denton. Where is Denton's districts? All right, so we're going to want the commercial district, so I think the station here is not too bad. I mean, we're not near industrial, which eventually you would want anyway, but for the purpose of what we're doing as far as food goes, we're going to want the commercial stuff right now. So grab our freight station. I just realized this is a passenger station. Crap. Hold on. That was my bad. We're gonna have to bulldoze it. Hopefully we can fit in the right... Oh, I'm on the road. That's not what I want. It looks like it will fit okay. We're connected and everything. Looks good. All right. That was a little bit of a mistake. May have cost me a little bit of money, but I realized it. Okay, so freight line. All right, so as I was saying, I think the best idea here is to have this line come through, kind of loop around, and then we'll catch it here. Probably as good as I'm going to be able to do. It's not catching the station, though. I was kind of trying to avoid messing up the foresty area, but you know what? Because it's not the end of the world here. So I'll have it come in. Probably be better for angle and everything anyway, if I build it off of here. Alright, I think that's going to be where it's going to be placed. Okay. Let's get our contour lines up. Also, we don't need to be paused. Alright. This is pretty uphill, it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead... start my curve. I'm going to want it to be out a little bit more, I think. Maybe not quite that much. Kind of hard for me to see the land ahead. It looks good. Okay. So far, I don't really see... Got an autosave coming. I need... Raise this up anymore? Matter of fact... Oop, I don't want any of that. Let's get it close. It's a little off to one side. I'm not a big fan of that. That looks a little bit more straight on. Alright, now I don't know. This might be a little bit too harsh. Yeah, it's just too much of a slope. It looks like I might have to come out a little bit further. For this to work. We'll have to see how far out we'll have to be to get this slope right. See, that's unfortunate because it's on such a ledge here. And just the way that the station is built. I might be able to get it eventually here. Still too much slope. Might be able to get away with it if I do like a bend or something. I just don't know. Probably should have just let the connection happen because it looked like it was going to happen naturally. Alright, we'll give it one more try here. Okay, that looks like it will be legal. So we'll take it. Probably wasted a lot of money in that process. Okay, so we've got food coming here, which is what we want. Now we need to get the station in Denton set up. It's not too far of a journey to get there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Do we want an end stop, or do we want another loop? I think an end stop, because I don't think I'm likely going to go over that way to Hampton. I mean, I could always change my mind later, but I think for now, we're just going to do an end stop here. Not a big fan of that big slope that's happening right now, though. I'll put it over at an angle a little bit to alleviate some of the slope that's happening here. But I'll put it right here. And then we're gonna hook it up. Alright, that must be I guess my bad. That angle's not gonna work. I might have to do a traditional stop. Just to get the angles to work better. From what I can see. So I'll do something like this, I think. Make it a little bit more level. Alright, let's try this. And I might just go straight connection here because I don't think there's a better way to do that. And let's get the brain tool here. Move this out a little bit. Costing us money, but makes things look prettier, right? Alright, hold on. We got something going on here. What year are we looking at? 1865? That's not too bad. All right, first let's go to this vehicle. All right, so one of our vehicles has reached its lifespan. I think when you buy a vehicle, it kind of tells you how many years it's going to last. So it looks like this wagon has kind of reached that. So I'm going to let it do its delivery, and then I'm probably going to send it to the depot. And we don't need the terrain tool anymore. All right, now we can send it to the depot, and when it gets there, we will probably sell it. Okay. Well, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we've got the train line. Now all I have to do is build the train and set up the line itself. I also have to set up the signals to allow the two trains to run on the same line at the same time. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.